Hello and welcome everyone. Today I will be playing a very special game, Stellar Warfare, and I will be playing against and with the developer of it. Hello.
Hello.
He will be guiding me through the game, show me around, tell me about his future plans, and we will have a 1 versus 1 prior to anyone else. The game is not released, am I right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Is there a demo that people can try?
Well, the backers on Patreon, they can already play the game, and there's currently for like a really limited time a public version as well. That's on the Discord, and yeah, it's obviously not the latest build. It's for backers only on Patreon. But apart from that, they can already check out the game a little bit for as long as the version is online.
So guys, you heard that. You can join. And you can join him on Discord, and you can also support him on Patreon. As far as I know, you're building the game by yourself, right?
Yeah.
So you're helping a developer finishing this game, which looks amazing, by the way. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely polished. And the structures look great. I mean, I've played a lot of strategy games, and considering this is just one man working on it, it's amazing. I mean, what you did so far, it's great. Even
thanks.
What state is this, alpha?
Yeah, it is alpha, I would say, but I'm not sure if there's ever going to be a beta or if I'm going to release it straight after this. It all depends on how it goes, you know. I've been working on this for 2.5 years.
Do you also have a job?
And not, you know, throw away all the effort, at least make the most of it. So I'm also trying to contact some publishers, see where that might take me, stuff like that, you know.
Nice.
I would recommend, by the way, to increase your storage. Keep making matter and power storage because you need that for the more expensive ships. So that's
yeah. I'm gonna ask you to take me easy on that.
Insufficient metal.
Insufficient metal.
Insufficient metal.
That means you need more metal.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait. So. I see a medium asteroid close to me. Does that provide me unlimited?
For now, yes, but I might make it so that they get removed after a while. But for now, yes, it provides unlimited resources.
That's good.
But small asteroids give less than medium asteroids and less than large asteroids, of course. So it's always good to make like a surveyor unit and then fly near a large asteroid and make a base there.
And the asteroid has to be in the range of the refinery if I want to get resources, or?
No, you can place the refineries anywhere you want, near a friendly building or near a surveyor. But like the further the harvester and the refinery is from the asteroid, the less efficient it becomes. So if you build closer, it's better. But if you build too close, then the harvesters might bump into each other. So it's a little bit of experimenting that you can do.
And the refinery has to be
insufficient metal.
In the range of the power station.
Just in the range, like any building, just has to be built either near a friendly building or near a surveyor unit, which you can build in your ship.
So basically, because I noticed I cannot build the refinery too far from my main base.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is already a limit. What I'm trying to say here is that if I cannot place it too far. Even if I wanted to, I can't.
Well, unless you make a surveyor. If you look to the ships to the right in your menu,
it's gonna function.
Yeah. And the surveyor, you can just fly to an asteroid, and then when you're there, you can make a refinery next to it. And I'm doing that right now in the middle of the map. If you can check on the minimap.
Yep, I'm checking, and you're really close to me.
Yep.
You're doing much better. Can you go up and down, or just...
Yeah, you can go up and down. When you place buildings, you can scroll with your mouse to change the height of the buildings.
Nice.
And when you press shift, when moving a unit, you also can set the height. I might polish that a little bit more later, but for now it functions.
Nice.
Construction complete.
So, So basically, Homeworld would be your main competitor.
Yeah, I would think so. I like to play both games, so even when this game is completed, I'm still going to play both because I love Homeworld. It's a great game. But yeah, I also try to add more ship customization than they have, and I have a loot system, so you can unlock more stuff for your ships and upgrade them more, and it adds a really nice, fun element because it allows players to design up to 5 units. And that's going to be different for each player. Like one player is going to have a really fast harassment fleet, another might have a long range fleet, another player might have a really tanky fleet, or there's lots of tactics that you can employ.
Yeah, that's great. I'm not a big fan of too much freedom from the developer. Meaning when you get to customize your units, you have a lot of options to choose the weapons and so on as you're planning with the game. I get lost in the details. What I like to real-time strategy games is to have a predefined army, choose a different race like you have in Warcraft, for example. You have humans, you have elves, you have orcs. Choose a different race, have a different playstyle, and that's it.
Yeah, what I am going to do is make like the 5 ships that you've seen earlier in the fleet editor. I'm going to make some default designs for them to have an all-round fleet, so that you can just play with that without changing anything. But for the players that still want to customize their ships and make the most of the unit advantages, they can still customize it further in the ship editor. But I'm going to make it accessible to both so that it's easy to work with.
I'm really slow. Do you have any units?
I have 1 light unit. That's about it. An anti-light unit.
Okay. I have none, so don't feel threatened.
Still building up.
Yeah, I just scheduled my first unit. The Surveyor. There you go. Oh, nice. Let's see, where can we go?
You can just right-click on objects in space to move close to them. That's an easy way to navigate.
Oh, nice. Yep. I'm gonna do that. Power storage. Yeah, I'm slowly learning. I have a nice little base.
Yeah, it's pretty intuitive, right? Like, I am making the build menu a little bit easier to understand in future versions. I made it collapsible, and I sorted it based on categories like economy buildings with refinery and power plant, storage buildings with just power and metal storage, defensive buildings with just the turrets. And that should make it easier to, get the building that you want.
Yeah, it's well structured right now. You have the buildings that produce matter and energy at first. Then you have the storage, so it's really well structured at the moment. I like it.
Good.
Let's see. The matter generators creates matter out of nothing.
Out of power.
So they
do cost power, yeah. And if you don't have enough power, that can kill your power production. So be safe.
Current building.
Yeah, I will be careful. 5200. Okay. I'm the type of player that builds an economy, a very strong economy at first, and then he makes the combat. I don't do both. I don't like doing both at the same time. because it requires more actions per minute, and then
Yeah.
it also requires to use resources that you could have used to develop.
Yep, that's true.
Especially when you play with multiple players, if you start battling one another,
Construction complete.
Hmm.
and then there is a third guy which is just building his economy, at some point you will just be left behind,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
will
that's
be
true.
able
Free
to.
for all.
Yep. Absolutely. I really like the game.
Thank you.
So you plan releasing it on just on Steam, or are you planning on Epic, GOG?
For now, it's planned to just be on Steam. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't build here.
But you know, I'm also looking for publishers. So if there's a publisher that can, there's two things I want out of that. I would like to become a full-time game developer,
Mm-hmm.
and preferably work on my own ideas. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So in that regard, if a publisher publishers don't really do that, but if they help me, let's say instead of
Not yet finished.
let's say 100 sales, they can make it 1,000 sales or whatever number, then it will allow me to have some money to work another year on developing games. And you know, so that's one goal for publishers, to just basically make more money, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is like more tools, so that I can add graphics to the story, add unit portraits to each unit. Those are all things that would, you know, increase it to the next level of quality, but
Mhm.
that it's hard for me to do on my own. I would really need a dedicated artist for that, I guess.
Mhm.
So yeah, those are things that I would all like to improve on, and if a publisher can fund that, then yeah, all the better, you know.
In your regular job, what do you do for a living?
I used to be a web developer, but I'm currently unemployed, so I'm spending most of my time working on this game. And depending on how the next few months go, I will either keep making games full time, which is what I hope for, or I'm just going to have to take a part-time job and develop games on the side. So yeah, it depends.
Mm-hmm. Nice. How did you taught yourself how to develop games?
I did a 4-year sort of lower education, like after high school.
Uh-huh.
And that was application development and game design. And I learned. There was one teacher that taught me a lot about how to develop games, and because of him, I can make pretty much any game I want. So that's where I started,
awesome.
basically. Yeah,
That's awesome.
great guy.
Yeah, you really did a great job with the map is really nice. I mean, nothing looks amateurish.
Oh, nice. That's
It doesn't
good to
look
hear.
like that. And I've seen quite a lot of strategy games. Some of them I couldn't understand at all. Real-time strategy games with space and everything.
Mhm.
Space War RTS, I think that's the
Yeah.
most horrible real-time strategy game I ever seen and played in my whole life. I
Alright.
can't believe it. I'm not.
What was so bad about it?
Oh my god! I didn't even know what to do, how to move the units. Although it told you, it was a mess.
Yeah.
You could use a joystick and so on,
Mhm.
but whatever you did, it was horrible. I don't recommend that game to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ah.
like it's RTS games. They have certain things that all RTS games have, like moving the map with ASWD.
Insufficient.
You need to have that in your game as well as like a
Yes.
core element. Otherwise, people are just going to get confused when they jump into it. So it needs to be as intuitive as possible, I think.
Yes, but I don't know. I don't even understood the game. Even though I knew how to move the camera, I knew how to. Everything was a mess. From the objective of the game, which was God knows what, to how to use, what to do. No.
Yeah, but like that's the thing with a lot of indie games. Like the teams are really small, so I think you have to be smart in the way that you develop things.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal was to develop a game that looks good, looks professional, and it's also fun to play. And I tried to keep the scope to a minimum, like keep it really basic, which I failed at because I added too much stuff. But yeah, a lot of indie games are also 2D, and I just wanted it to look as close to a professional game as possible, as to a AAA game. So my aim is to have a double A game, and that's my end goal. Yeah.
You are not far. You are not far.
I'm starting to make some units right now.
That's all right.
Current building not yet finished. Current building not yet finished. Current building not yet finished.
Oh, there's also some neutral buildings that you might have missed.
I noticed those. What
Yeah.
what are they for? How do you claim them?
Yeah, you can just move a unit near it or build a building next to it, and then it will start generating metal and power for you. So it's like free extra income, but and if you play with more advanced players, they will, try to contest it. They will defend them and capture them.
Mm-hmm.
It will force players to move out on the map a little bit. But I am working on the single player version as well, and I hope to have that done in, I would say 2 weeks or something. But yeah, let's see where that takes us.
New ship constructed.
17 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I see you
Yeah.
have your main base,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have an extension
Yep, next to a large asteroid for
Yeah.
extra income.
with some defensive structures. I like that the harvesters go by themselves to the building, to the asteroids after they get built.
Yeah, they go to the closest one.
Building. Insufficient metal. Harvester under attack.
Harvester under attack. Who's attacking my harvester? Is that you?
It might be me, but it's definitely me.
Oh, no. Is your towers, or did you... Oh, you have
There's
a ship.
Small ship.
Yeah.
Building. New ship constructed. Ready to land.
Is there a way to see the units on the map easier? Because as I am right now, I don't notice them. On the minimap, I notice some red spots,
Yeah.
but that's it.
Yeah, I will try to make that a little bit easier to see with some icons and stuff in the future. But for now, you just have to look for the engine lights, and I press middle mouse to look around and find units. That's for now the most efficient way, at least.
Insufficient metal. Construction complete.
I also made it so that your main building also generates some income passively. So that if someone is raiding your base and you lose 1 or 2 economic structures, that you don't lose your entire economy and you still have a chance to come back. But it is obviously stronger if you also make more economic buildings. Oh, someone's firing back.
At last, huh?
That's not good.
Yeah, you've gotten too close.
Yeah, it's not safe anymore.
Current building not yet finished.
The building is not finished yet. It
It
fires.
is firing. Yep. And that's fixed in the newer build. This build is, I think, from the 9th of the last month, so 20 days old, 25 days. And there have been 2 new versions since that. But the latest version I'm working on single player, so I can't share that with people yet because some things are broken because I had to change them. But yeah, there should be a new build in the next week, maybe 2 weeks from now.
Great. You're pretty
Yeah.
constant.
Yeah. For now, I still have enough time to work on the game.
Current building not yet finished.
That's good.
But you know, the goal is I can't keep that up forever unless I get hired by like a game company or if not enough people support me on Patreon. Then I can keep doing this and hopefully I can do this full time. Keep adding features to the game, perhaps make another real-time strategy game in the future. You know, because I love the classic games like Red Alert, Command and Conquer. I love Tiberium Wars as well, Homeworld obviously. And all of those games were great fun, but the RTS genre, there aren't too many new great ones coming out, I think, that really interest me personally. So I would like to make more that are,
Yeah. I think since 2010, there was a really big shortage of really good real-time strategy games. There were 1 or 2 per year, but there was that. And recently, I think since 2019, things started to change a little bit. There are more RTS games launched. The old ones are being remastered or getting an HD edition.
Yep.
So
that's good.
Slowly things are changing. But I noticed that I think the 2000s are 2000, 2007. Those are the best years. You get RTSs over RTSs. That's the most popular genre during that period.
Yeah, I love Supreme Commander, for instance. That game was great. That was awesome. Man of War was also really fun.
Yep, that's great.
Yeah, nice unit inventories on each unit.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How do you increase your population?
Habitat stations.
There you go. I barely had any.
Yeah. Yeah, you need them obviously to increase the fleet cap. That is being changed a little bit in newer versions as well. Instead of 5 fleet capacity, you get 10, so you get twice as much. But for each new building you build, it also costs a little bit more. I have no idea how that's going to play out. I have to play test that myself, but I think that's a good change. But we'll see. It's also some tweaking right now, you know. I have to first implement features and then play the game myself to, you know, get a real good feel about where the game is. Is it fun enough? What elements are still missing? Which elements are definitely need to be in the game, and which elements I can forget about and maybe do at a later date, you know?
I understand. It's a lot of work to a game.
Yes, it is.
I barely have any idea how games are actually produced, the process and everything. And I think it's really amazing that you have the knowledge to do such a thing. Especially that it turned out to be really good, this Stellar Warfare.
Thanks.
Yeah, I really hope people will support you through Patreon. Link in the description, guys.
Construction complete.
Yeah, that would really help me out a lot. Like if I could make games full time, I would be like the happiest guy on the planet, and I would keep making cool RTS games all the time. Maybe an RPG game in the meantime or something, like a really small one, but mostly like classic RTS games like you would get from Westwood Studios and, you know, the old really cool RTS games.
Insufficient metal.
I'm also building a fleet near my front line base.
Yeah, I also have one.
Mm.
I see yours is bigger than mine. I made my units yellow, yet your faction is yellow. How come?
Okay, yeah, that's the in the ship editor you have a preview for the unit colors, and you probably checked out the yellow color there. But when you're in the game lobby, you can select your actual color, and I changed mine to yellow there.
Also, that's just a preview.
Yeah, because otherwise, when you're in the lobby and two people have the same color, then you can still play with the same color, but one of the players might be like, yeah, it's going to be hard to take the units apart and see which units are from whom, so I'm going to pick a different color than my usual color.
It makes sense, yeah.
I'm now making my most expensive ship with my current ship configuration.
I'm far from there. Especially that I didn't create. I just had one harvester.
Yeah.
For so long, and I only like 10 minutes ago I started making more harvesters.
Yeah.
And only now the production of metal is good enough. But slowly.
I'll send you some like a small harassment force to keep you busy for a little bit. See some explosions.
Okay. Kinda see them.
Yeah.
The medium, okay, and the Corvette. I have some photon turrets.
It should help.
There
I don't
you
think
go.
my ships are going to get very far, but you know.
So you think the cannon is strong enough, or?
Yeah, I think your defense is going to be fine, but at least now we'll get some explosions.
Is the repair station going to repair my turret?
I think so, yeah.
It has to be in a range?
Yeah, you have to be close to it.
Okay, I think the Corvette is done. Or not yet. Yeah, it's done. Great, it looks great.
Our base is under attack.
I'm gonna take a screenshot
Harvester under attack.
for the
Yeah,
time.
it's gonna look a lot better when the big fleet starts fighting. Yeah, I've got some units to throw away, I guess. So I'm going to make another tiny attack. I'm just gonna play an AI right now and be like, send you some waves of enemies.
Can you like upgrade the storage?
No, you just have to make a new building.
Okay.
Current building not yet finished.
Is there a way to build two buildings simultaneously?
There was, but that was a bug, so I fixed it.
Construction complete. Cancelled.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Or at least queue them.
Our base is under attack.
Whoa. That destroyer is...
Destroying.
Yeah.
Say the word, over now.
Besieging the target.
No way. No.
Construction complete. Ship under attack.
That might be me. Did you delete your units?
Nope, I jumped away for repair.
Nice. I'm gonna need some more habitat stations.
Yeah, I would just queue a bunch of units, maybe a bunch of separate units, and get like an army going.
Okay, I'm gonna do just that.
You can also, you know, make jump beacons and a jump command, and then you can jump units from one location to another. There's also a beacon ship that you can unlock, and when you have the beacon ship unlocked and you move it near an enemy base, then you can jump towards that beacon ship. So it's a good way to harass outposts and little stations.
Yeah, that's expert stuff for me.
Yep. It's not for beginners yet.
Yeah. Yeah, but so far it's going good for me. I'm gonna build some more
Not enough
Habit-
power.
habitat stations.
Building.
I have quite a base.
Yep, that's definitely a base.
You're coming from below, actually.
Dum 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 dum. What also looks really cool, I think, is when you click F on your keyboard, then click on a building, and then rotate the mouse. Then you can rotate around it.
Oh
Looks
yeah.
pretty cool.
How do I exit the F? Oh, I press again.
Bingo.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah, there are some cinematic options. Also, if you move a fleet of units and you press F, then the camera will follow the units, which is cool. And I'm trying to add some of those things to get like really cinematic space battles.
Yeah, I see.
And you can also click on a ship and press B, then you have a bridge cam kind of thing.
Ship constructed.
Oh, that
Which
looks
is-
cool.
Yeah, that's cool in fights.
There you go. I got my first destroyer.
Oh no.
So be careful. Stay away from me.
I see some missiles on it. I see some some AoE weaponry. And some cannons that I can't see what they are, but it looks like a good all-round ship.
Yeah, I think I picked various cannons on the ships. I didn't pick just missiles.
Mm-hmm.
I mixed them.
Yeah, it's good to have an all-round combination thing.
Mm-hmm. Different ships, different cannons.
Yeah, but there's also people like I've played a few games against backers,
Mhm.
and they would get specific ships to just kill buildings, and they would just have only anti-building weaponry, and they would make it really fast and use them as a harassment force, which was really cool to see. I've also seen people use a surveyor to get behind my base and then make defensive structures behind my base. And then my base was under attack by their defenses, and it was also cool to see. So there's a lot of options that you can, especially with the different ship configurations. There are at least 1 million, and I'm not sure enough of the math to also say the bigger number, but someone calculated it, and he said like something like 7 trillion, which is a lot. but possibly correct. I don't know for sure. My math isn't that great. But you can have a lot of different configurations with all the options we currently have. And I'm still adding new weapons and new ships every now and then as well.
Good. That's great.
Yeah, should continue to grow.
So you have a release date or something? Do you have a release date? Did you make a plan?
To a degree. Like right now I'm also working on actually adding the single player, and I think the multiplayer part is done enough to be released, technically speaking. But there are some things that I still like to polish and make a little bit better. I'm still talking to some possible publishers, and if they tell me, hey man, if you wait 2 months or 3 months, then we can do like a big marketing campaign, and then the amount of people that are going to play your game are going to be 10 times what you would get if you would release now. And then I would be like, okay, then let's release 3 months later. But for now, the plan is to just release it in the first quarter of next year, or within the next couple of months if my personal life situation changes for the worst. Then I'm just going to release the game a bit early perhaps, but obviously I just want to do it right and make it look as good as possible.
Yeah.
I see you're diving as well. Oh, you're going towards my fleet.
Well, someone needs to take action.
That's true. This is a very vertical fight.
Yeah, I'm using the B feature.
Oh.
Nice view.
Nice.
And as you can see,
oh, you can press G, by the way, to remove the GUI as well.
oh,
To
now
get just the
in
action.
4K,
Mhm.
I barely see the GUI.
Yeah,
The
it doesn't matter that much for you.
Yes, exactly.
I should make it scalable at some point, but for now that's not the biggest priority. The biggest priority is getting single player done, because then people can also farm modules and ships,
Mm-hmm.
Ship under attack. Not enough power. Building.
My units are not getting created, even though I have the resources.
Do you have enough fleet capacity, unit capacity?
16 out of 25.
Okay, that should be good. What about metal and power costs?
Yeah, 600 metal, 600 power.
Construction complete.
Maybe you can cancel some
Oh,
of
okay.
them.
No. It was the mammoth.
Ah, yeah.
It needed
had one,
700.
Yep, one expensive ship.
Did you teleport or did I win?
You killed 2 of my ships and then I teleported away to save the rest of my fleet.
Alright, I'm coming home.
Yeah, I'm going to
Can't build here.
move towards destroying you a little bit now. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I want to keep the video also, within your time frame that you
Mhm.
that you like to
You-
keep your videos in. Keep it interesting. Keep some fights going on.
You took
Some
me
nice
easy
footage.
for far too long, yeah.
Well, it's cool that you can also explore it,
Building.
I could have started harassing right away with some light units and kill all your
Mhm.
harvesters and be
That's
really
not fun.
annoying. Yeah, that's not fun, especially if you're someone who likes to play campaign type maps, This is multiplayer, and I'm still working on the single player, so
Under attack.
that's going to be there in the future. But
Cool.
let's enjoy the fight. Ooh, you are killing my ship pretty quickly.
Hopefully. Where's the life bar? Because I don't see any.
Press H for health.
Oh yeah.
Our base is under attack.
You are in trouble, but you could have been in much more trouble.
Well, I'm attacking from two sides, so hopefully the other side will win.
Firing on main target.
Yeah, on the side you attack, I just have 2 turrets.
Harvester
One,
under attack.
actually.
Ship under attack.
It's gonna be tough
Our
for me.
base is under attack. Building.
Yeah, I have a lot of ships. But I also have a lot more experience with this game.
Indeed. But I think if we would have a rematch, it wouldn't be that easy for you.
I don't think so either. People learn quickly in this game. Especially you, when you have a lot of RTS experience.
Yeah, I've seen quite some things in my
Our base is under attack.
life as a YouTuber. But pretty much RTS has been my favorite genre, and I've been playing it ever since I was a kid.
Same here. It's the best genre out there. And everyone who says differently is just wrong.
Yeah, but you kinda got me.
Our base is under attack.
I don't have much to defend myself with.
Yeah, like another good tactic is to have like really cheap light units with anti-heavy weaponry. So when you're in this situation, you can just crank out a bunch of really cheap ships that are good against heavy ships, and then hopefully you can counter the heavy fleet that's coming your way. And the newest version also has an ability, and that ability allows you to every 10 minutes to increase your production capacity or your production speed by 3 times for about 2 minutes. It's a global ability, and then you just produce stuff more quickly, but it has a really long cooldown. But it's great for situations like this where you're losing and you want to make a quick comeback and hopefully still defend your base and
That would be something.
Yeah, it would be good to have right now, but this is not the latest version.
Yeah. So you're planning a single player campaign, multiplayer?
For now, it's mostly multiplayer and single player skirmish type, and maybe
Skirmish, yeah.
single player survival waves. But apart from that, I might make a small demo mission for a campaign because I've talked to 1 or 2 big publishers, and they were like, "Yeah, we would like to have a campaign as well." And I do have a story, but right now you can unlock the story by collecting data crystals. And I could also tell that story through single player as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a demo for that, I think, and that's the plan right now.
Nice. Yeah, skirmish is a must-have in a strategy game.
I think so too.
Well, it looks like you defeated me.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I actually acquired more power than you.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
you
did
did.
acquire more metal than me.
I think I built my refineries closer than you did to the asteroids, and I built that big asteroid in the middle, the small base.
Yeah. You knew the arounds much better than me.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for showing me the game and giving me the opportunity to play it ahead of everyone else.
You're welcome.
Guys, if you wish to support the development of Stellar Warfare, there is a link in the description that will get you on the Patreon page where you can back up the project.
Yeah, it will automatically. There's a build on the Patreon itself, but it will also link it to your Discord if you have them connected. And on the Discord, you can play with the other backers who only have access to the to the latest builds. So you have a looking for group channel there and a bunch of voice channels, so you can coordinate games with other people as well.
Great. Well, guys, this is where it ends. Like and subscribe. Bye.